Yeah, I watched 10 of the new movies released in January. Here they are, ranked in order of how much I liked them. Wolfman tries so hard to not be a soulless monster movie, but its emotional allegory is so weak that the whole thing just ends up being dull. You're Cordially Invited had the potential to be a throwback to those fun, 2006 era comedies. The romance feels incredibly forced, and the comedy doesn't go far enough, and the Gen Z bits felt very out of touch. September 5 is a tough one because it's an objectively well-made, journalistic docudrama, but it just absolutely feels like the wrong time to be making apolitical content about this subject. Even if the humor in One of Them Days isn't exactly your cup of tea, it is still a miracle and something to celebrate that we're getting R-rated comedies like this in theaters. Keke Palmer is a treasure, and she and SZA have really good comedic chemistry. I just had a lot of fun with this one. Nickel Boys is a heartbreaking, haunting tale of a really dark chapter of history. The first-person perspective used throughout didn't work for me, and I found it distracting, but maybe I'll like it more on another watch. Room Next Door tackles the dark, complex subject of euthanasia and death and turns it into something poetic and sort of hopeful. It's not perfect, but it is beautiful, and Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore are fantastic in it. If I'd been able to go into Companion completely blind, this might have been in my first or second spot. I love horror comedy as a genre, and this is basically a fun slasher, but if you know the twist, it's not as fun. So don't look at posters and don't watch trailers. Presence puts you in the shoes of a ghost. And while I didn't love that tactic, I loved the end to the point where I was like, I want to watch that again immediately. Shockingly, because I had no idea who Robbie Williams was before this movie, I really liked Better Man. I am a huge musical fan though, and I love the songs and dancing in The Greatest Showman. While I don't think we needed another music biopic about the dangers of fame, I did enjoy the singing and the dancing. My favorite movie of the month though was I'm Still Here, which is nominated for Best Picture. This is another movie that tackles a really depressing subject, but what I love about it is how internalized and subtle a lot of it is. Instead of beating you over the head as an audience with how horrible and traumatic this period of time was, forced to reconcile what life under an oppressive regime actually would be like in the mundane details and not the big dramatic traumatic moments. Very well done, and I hope you get a chance to see it.